How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Tyson. I'm here as always with the lovely Marta, creator of How to Be a Better RC. How you doing today, Marta?
Good, Tyson. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right. So today's blog that we're going to be talking about, you just told me the name of it and I forgot.
It's,
Oh, I know. I remember. I remember. Don't finish your meal and then tell me it was horrible.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. See, I got it this time, guys. Okay. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about this blog?
Well, basically, this is, here's the situation. I bring the food to a table, and then I stop back several times during the course of them eating their dinner, two, three times, maybe four times, how's everything going, folks? Can I get you anything? Is everything okay? And each time the response is everything's fine, we don't need anything, everything's fine.
Mhm.
So, then the plates are pretty much empty, and I come and I remove the plates, see if they want any dessert, and I've got the bill for them. And
Mhm.
as I'm presenting them with this bill, then they say, my steak was horrible. It was dry. It was overcooked. It was really disgusting. And my, potato was really mealy and nasty. And my salad was wilted. And the coffee was old. I could tell the coffee was old. It was an old pot of coffee. And the whole meal was horrible. And I ate because I was hungry. I was really hungry. But it was awful.
Mealy?
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but people will tell me that. I don't know what a mealy potato is. I don't think I've ever had a mealy potato. I don't think I want to have a mealy potato because it sounds strange.
Yeah.
But so this is what they're telling me. Now, mind you, there's barely a scrap of food on their plate, but they had to eat it because they were starving.
Right, right.
But I came to the table four times
Mhm.
to ask if everything was okay, and at any one of those four times, they could have said, no, everything's not okay. This steak is overdone, or this, salad is wilted. This coffee tastes old,
Right.
or this potato's mealy, and
Right.
then I could have got them another potato, more coffee.
Right.
The cooks can remake the steak.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, there's very little that can be done about your situation.
Right. And even if it was the truth, uh, even if they didn't have time to wait for something to cook, it's better to say something up front uh, to view your options because you don't know what they could do for you.
Right.
You can chew on this and we'll get you something working or whatever. But yeah, it does sound like they're trying to figure out what else they can get for free.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, what a crazy time to discuss that with me, and I don't understand, I think that there could be a variety of different things going on. First and foremost, I think that these are just people trying to get over.
Mhm.
I do think maybe it's somebody that didn't want to make a big fuss, although you did say something to me when I gave you the bill, so you made some kind of fuss. And these are the people that, I mean, they don't ask for anything. They'll pay the bill, but they just want to make sure that they run happy, but you didn't say anything when you had an opportunity.
Right.
But past that, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I think that some people expect the waitress to like be psychic.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I said everything was okay, but she should have picked up on the way I said it. I said it in clearly in a it's not okay sort of way when I said everything's okay. Well, the thing is that especially depending on how many tables that your waitress has going on and different things like that, we're not psychic. There have been times where I've picked up on a tone of voice with a table and explored it further.
Okay.
How is everything? Oh, everything's okay. Is everything okay? I mean, is there something I can get you? But I can't always do that.
Right.
If I'm busy and I say is everything okay, and you say everything's fine, I'm gonna take you at your word on that.
Right, right, right.
So I mean, if you're not a scammer and this is just something that happens to you at a restaurant, my advice is to tell your server as soon as possible
Right.
that
Yeah.
everything's not okay.
Okay. Makes sense.
So
All right.
it's a bit of advice there.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, your waitress is not psychic. Just saying.
All right. Well, how did your chat go this week? You had a chat this week?
We did, and it went really awesome. We had regulars there, which is always cool. We get a good mix of people in the chat, servers and RCs. So we always have a lot of interesting things to talk about, about restaurant experiences, both serving and eating at restaurants. So we kind of rehashed Valentine's Day a little bit, the different experiences that people had.
Okay.
We talked about an incident that happened to me last week that was just crazy.
Okay.
But something that customers do from time to time. This guy, like, I'm at the table and I was like giving them their food, like their dinner was there at the table, and I was passing the plates to the various people at the table. And this guy, he takes a half a loaf of bread, crams it in his mouth, and mind you, I'm talking about an adult man, crams it into his mouth, and then with this entire half a loaf of bread in his mouth, it's like, now, the only reason I even knew what he was trying to say to me is because he pointed to the breadboard at the same time, so he's asking me for more bread, with a half a loaf of bread in his mouth. So, you know, we discussed that, because, I mean, that's not okay, and we discussed how it's not okay. So, you know, different stuff like that. Oh, we also talked about fathers that love their daughters so much that they'll watch 90210 with them. Because one of the ladies in the chat was talking about how her dad used to watch 90210 with her, and I was like, you know, wow, because my dad watched TV with me, but we watched Star Trek. Like, he wasn't watching no 90210. So
yeah, it's pretty amazing what daughters can get their fathers to do. Well, what about your 200th Facebook fan?
And actually, it's the 250th.
250th.
Yay!
Yeah,
We did a post this past week featuring our 250th Facebook fan. His name is Sean Cooper. He wrote his post himself, and it's really, really very interesting. What we do is that, you know, we feature certain, you know, Facebook fans just pretty much based on the number. Kind of, we did the 25th, we did like the 53rd, and this kind of thing, and now we're at the 250th. And he just has a really interesting story to tell. He's had a lot of experience in the service and restaurant industry, and so it's a cool post. You know, look for it. It's called the 250th Facebook fan, and yay, Sean, you're so awesome. So yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they appreciate that too. They seem rather excited to send you information about them and hear about themselves on the website.
Yeah, and because we do that one, and then we also do the You Got Served feature, which we'll be running one of those this week. So, and you know, that's where we put the two servers and they answer the same set of questions, and the readers kind of informally vote for who was the best. I mean, they're both good, you know, in all these circumstances. So, I mean, there really isn't a winner per se, but you know, we just get kind of slightly different perspectives on the same, you know, question. But if they have a website, then they get to feature their website. You know, I'll put a picture if they send me a picture, and yeah, you know, I'm not the only expert on how to be a better restaurant customer, so you know, we get some other views and opinions out there.
Yeah, but you are the veteran server.
I'm the veteran server, yes.
All right, was there anything in particular you want to say to your fans before we go?
You guys are awesome. You know, I love you so much, and just, you know, thanks for all the responses that I'm getting too with my Twitter updates. You know, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I started putting, you know, my tweets, having them kind of come onto the Facebook page. And, you know, I tweet about just different stuff that I find interesting that has to do with the restaurant industry. So sometimes it's stuff about a restaurant or something that happened of note, you know, newsworthy with like servers, or just, you know, anything interesting that has to do with the restaurant industry. And everybody really gets involved. You know, we have certain tweets that are posted that we end up with like 15, 20 comments. Everybody really just starts talking about them. I was telling you about one recently where somebody had put something on the internet about stewardesses are just waitresses in the sky. Why don't they get a real job? It's like, okay, both are real jobs, and you know, come on, people act like it's not a legitimate job for someone to serve you, but I'm legitimately bringing you food that you're legitimately eating. So what do you know?
You know that I'm legitimately not poisoning.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't have time, but I had a story about that. My mother's a nurse. You know, I remember her telling this one patient that she had. She said, "You know what? If I did my job like you do yours, you'd be dead." You know. That's
a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been nice talking to you as always.
You too.
All right. To all you fans out there, keep commenting, keep joining the chat, and tell somebody about the blog. Till next time.
And if you don't see anything wrong with the way I say pasta, then comment and let us know, because Tyson is teasing me about it.
There's plenty of other stuff I can have her say that would have you guys cracking up, so don't get me started now. All right, we'll see you guys.
Bye.